So in the previous video, we quickly looked at some of the basic ways that anybody can launch a session in Lifeline. But there are two ways that are only accessible to pro users. And there are different ways to also launch a session. One is you can start a custom length session. So the default length is 25 minutes for a session. But as a pro subscriber, you get access to this feature, start a custom session, and then you can start one at a custom length. So it doesn't have to be 25 minutes. The numbers that you see here, the lengths that you see here, are based on which lengths you most often use. So this will slowly fill up. So for example, I use 50 minutes a lot. So now if I click 50 minutes, you will see here it says 50 minutes. You can still change that if you want. And then once you click start, the session has started and that length has been locked in. And so now if you look at your Lifeline, if you expand it, you will see that the length represents, the width of the screen now represents 50 minutes, but you'll still see where you will earn your Pomodoros with this red marker. So you still know where you will hit 25 minutes. And so that's the first way, that alternative way that you can start a session. And as you saw there, maybe in the menu, you can, when you do launch a custom length session, you can also pick until next meeting. And that means as a pro user, you can integrate Lifeline with your calendar, something we'll look at later as well in more detail. And then Lifeline will automatically make the length of your session until your next meeting. And that calendar integration also relates to the other thing I wanted to show now, which is you can also launch a session from your Lifeline here. So for example, I have an event on my calendar called Record Lifeline Pro Videos. And so I can start that straight from here. And so now it takes the calendar data and it launches an event that has the length of the calendar event entry. It launches a session that has the length of the calendar event. And similarly, if you have a meeting in your calendar, then you can also launch a meeting from your Lifeline here. So I have a meeting planned here, Lifeline customer interview. Then I can also say, oh, it's 3 now, but we're starting early. So you start, and now Lifeline launches a meeting that represents what you put in your calendar. And so if you go here to my calendar, you will see that these events are here. So it's pulling that straight from your calendar, and it will make those sessions the same length as whatever you have in your calendar. And also it takes automatically the label, it takes as a label the event name from your calendar. So you'll see here Lifeline customer interview, it pulled that data from here. And you can even, if you put an emoji before it in your calendar, it will also match the emoji here, something we'll also look at in more detail in a later video.